So we're out here at Croke Reservoir up in Northglenn, Colorado. I was up here probably about a week ago and just had 20-30 minutes to kill and just decided to throw a buzzbait out a couple times. I actually pulled over on the south side of this reservoir out by the pier over there. I caught about a 13-incher, pound and a quarter largemouth on a buzzbait, which is pretty good just for doing fishing for about 20-30 minutes. So I decided to come out here and make a day of it. We're going to try a lot of finesse fishing today. I've been doing a lot of topwater fishing, especially at my local reservoir in the southeast metro area, out in Aurora, Quincy Reservoir. So I decided I'm going to work on some of my finesse techniques today. I'll be throwing a Zoom brush hog, a couple different Senko worms, a couple different craws, maybe some Zoom. The fish just hit the bait, little nibble. It's probably just a small fish, but I'll be throwing some Zoom speed crawls and ultra wide speed crawls, and we'll try to work on our finesse technique. Especially since lately, none of my power fishing, chatterbaits, buzzbaits, and other top water baits like spooks and frogs really haven't been producing fish lately. So as good as time as any to kind of change it up and work on a different technique, something I don't do a lot of, and that's so right now I've got this Bass Pro wacky rigged on a weedless wacky hook with a 1/16 ounce bullet weight. There's a little lay down out in the water out there. You can see it just barely sticking out the water. So we're going to throw them out there and see if we can get a fish out there. It is very sunny today and warm, especially for an October Denver day. It is probably low to mid 80s today. Not much wind. That sun is beating down. Water's pretty stained, kind of murky actually. So definitely we'll go with see how this green pumpkin does. The way I like to fish my Texas rig worms is kind of yo-yo it up and down. Just slowly let the pole up and let it flutter down, back down to the bottom, and get that nice wacky worm action. As it just kind of wobbles back down. And I find as it starts to wobble down, that's when I get just about all my strikes. Whereas with a brush hog or speed crawl or something like that, or even a Texas rigged Senko worm, I kind of like to usually drag those instead of lifting it up. I usually kind of go kind of a side dragging motion, and then just reel in the slack. Just let the pole bring the bait in. Got one. There we go. He took that Zoom brush hog. There we go. Get you in here. He's not real big, but he'll do. Come here, little guy. He's a little guy. Got him with the Zoom brush hog. He need to hit it real hard. He's just a small guy. I might even measure up here. Just a little over a foot. And due to some bad luck, and well, actually due to my lack of planning, I did not charge my GoPro batteries, and I only got about 35 minutes of fishing footage out this weekend at Croke Reservoir. Luckily, I was able to catch a fish within that time frame and able to get that catch on video. And that one was about 12 inches long. Overall, I caught 8 fish that day. 2 of them were just over 12 inches long, and the other 6 were in that 8 to 11 inch range. So numbers wise, it's pretty good. I got 8 fish. Size wise, wasn't the best day, but it was still a fun day. As you can see in the video, I started off throwing these Bass Pro Shops Tournament Series Sticko worms, which is their Cinco worm, and these are 5 inch long, and I was using their green pumpkin color. I fished these for about 20 minutes. I was getting some small nibbles. I did notice there was quite a bit of small, like, sunfish swimming in the area, and those were probably the ones that were just kind of taking little nibbles here and there on those these stick worms from Bass Pro Shop. So I switched it over to the Zoom brush hog, and I was using the watermelon red color. And as you can see here, it's a green body. It's got some black and red flakes in it. That's the one I caught the fish in the video. Once again, that was just over 12 inches long, right about a pound, maybe a pound, just a little over a pound in terms of weight. I did catch another fish on this watermelon red brush hog, and it was just a little bit under 9 inches long. As you can see in the video, and I'm not sure if I mentioned in the video, the water there on that day, and I'm not sure if it's always like that at Croke Reservoir, but it was pretty stained and a little murky. And so I decided to throw a little darker color. So I took this brush hog. This is Zoom's Junebug color, and as you can see, it's a purple body, dark purple body with some red and light blue flakes in it. I was able to catch another largemouth with that, and that one was about just a little bit over 9 inches. I then switched over to the Zoom Speed Craw, and this is also their watermelon red, and I was able to catch 2 more fish, and the other 12-inch fish I caught with this Speed Craw. And the other fish was just, I mean, it was just barely 8 inches long. So it was a little tiny fish, little tiny largemouth. And then later in the afternoon, I went back to these Bass Pro green pumpkin sticko worms. They're Cincos, and I was able to catch 3 more fish for a total of 8. And the range, actually, both of those the 3 fish, they were about, 2 of them were kind of in that 10 to 10.5 inch range, and then the last one of the day was just about 11 inches long. So pretty good size. Not the biggest fish again, but it was still a good overall day at Croke Reservoir. I don't get out to Croke Reservoir that much. Actually, this is my first, I guess you could say, full day of fishing out there. It's about a 45-minute drive from where I live. I live in the southeast Denver metro. Northglenn, where Croke Reservoir is North Denver metro area. So it's a good 40-minute drive, sometimes a little bit longer on the way back due to traffic. So I don't get up there much, but I do plan on getting up there probably before the end of the month or sometime next month. I'm going to try to, my next fishing trips are probably all going to be at Quincy Reservoir, because that's my local reservoir, which is about 10 minutes from my house. But they close at the end of October, so I need to get back out in the kayak out there and do some more fishing. And I promise I'll make sure to charge my batteries, make sure my my memory cards and my GoPro are empty, and I'll fill them up with some fishing footage, and hopefully with some footage of me catching some fish. So Once again, this is Jeremy Baker. Thanks a lot for watching. If you like this video, give me a thumbs up. If you have any questions or comments, just put those in the comment section below. And please subscribe to my channel. I do, like I said earlier, I'm going to do some more fishing videos. I've got some more gear review videos coming out, and I've got some more unboxings. I'm currently subscribed to both Mystery Tackle Box and Lucky Tackle Box, and I'll maintain that for the next couple months, probably going into the spring when I'll finally kind of decide on one. So I'll kind of do videos, unboxing videos of both of those, and see which one at the end of the day I end up liking better, and see which one of those I keep. So thanks again for watching. Take care.